First of all, I wanted to say thank you for all of you being here tonight. It's great for us to have the opportunity to meet with folks in the community and talk about what it is we're doing here in Greene County. My name is Jim Boldt. I work for the Austin Powder Company in Cleveland, Ohio, where I serve as Chief Financial Officer. I started with Austin back in 1994, and I've been working on the project here for U.S. Nitrogen, sort of as the corporate sponsor, if you will, since we began exploring East Tennessee as a location back in the second half of 2010. So it's been quite a while. I've been spending a lot of time in East Tennessee and frankly really enjoyed it a lot. I'd like to say thank you to the Water Resources team from TDEC for sponsoring this meeting and this opportunity to talk tonight. And thanks to the administrative staff of West Greene High School for hosting us and giving us the opportunity to take over the gym and displace the basketball team and other people who otherwise might be using the gym. As part of the public hearing process, the folks at TDEC asked us to put together a brief overview of what this project is about, why we're here, what we're building, the progress we've made, and then specifically why we're here tonight to talk about our permit application process. That said, I think I'll just jump right in. Works, that's good. One of the things I like to lead off any discussion of our company with is our logo. It says used in 1833 and ever since. That's something we're pretty proud of. It's a logo that's recognized around the world. And it also tells you that we've been around for a long time, 180 plus years. And that means we managed to find a way to survive long enough to the point where now we're the oldest company in the state of Ohio. And that's I guess just a distinction of being old, more so than anything else. As a business, what we do is manufacture commercial explosives, and we provide blasting services to our customers in the mining, quarry, construction, and energy industries. We do that extensively throughout North America and in many places around the world. We employ about 3,500 people on a global basis. My short summary, if somebody asks me and I have 5 words or less to give them an answer, is that we break rock for a living. That's the essence of what we do. We do it with science, we do it with care, we do it with a great deal of precision, and we've been doing it for a long time. The project here, the U.S. Nitrogen, is important to us because the plant will manufacture a critical raw material that we use for the production of blasting agents in other factories and other sites throughout the eastern United States, our core market in this part of the country. I've got a map here that gives you a little flavor for that. Obviously the star is Greenville. The red dots you see there are our locations throughout the country. That radius, that circle, is about a 300-mile radius, which is a typical truck delivery radius. And we have the opportunity, because of our location on the Norfolk Southern branch line, to take product by a rail car to much more distant locations. Northern Minnesota, the iron mines up there, and into the iron ore bearing regions of Labrador and eastern Canada. I'd like to talk about the project itself for a minute. As I said, the product that we're going to make at U.S. Nitrogen, which is a key raw material for Austin Powder, is called ammonium nitrate. It's used in a whole host of applications for us, both in this country and in our industry all around the world. To make it, we started with natural gas as our raw material on site. We pipe it in. We use electric power and steam, or electricity and steam as our source of power. And we use lots of water to cool the process. It's a manufacturing process that gives off a lot of heat and needs to be cooled down. And we're going to do this in a way that really ensures the safety of our workforce, our neighbors, and the environment of all of the East Tennessee environment. The project itself, as some of these statistics mention, is the largest in Greene County history. I want to run down a couple of the numbers because I think they make an impression. First of all, total investment is going to be north of $200 million. We're well into that right now, and if you've been by us on Pottertown Road, you can actually see the extent of the site from the road. Of that, we've spent more than $30 million with local contractors and vendors and we're just hitting the busy part of the construction process right now. Today we've got 65 full-time employees, a significant number of whom are in a very intensive 6-month-long training program where once they're out of that, they'll serve as plant operators on a go-forward basis. A couple of them are here tonight, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm happy to have them here to see what this civics lessons is about, frankly. Most everybody lives here in the Greenville area, and the vast majority are in fact from East Tennessee and live nearby. Today we've got about 150 construction workers on site, and within a month or so we'll probably be up over 300. So the scale of activity is really going to accelerate. This next slide is an overhead view of the plant. It's only a couple weeks old, so it's a pretty good up-to-date description of what we look like. Off to the right, you see our storage tanks. Right in the middle of the site is our nitric acid plant and the ammonia process facility. And off to the left, and I'll have another picture of this, is our cooling tower, which is a key part of the asset and a key item that we'll be talking about with regard to with regard to the permits we're here to talk about. That is our cooling tower, which we finished building late summer, early fall last year. I call it the heart and lungs of our facility. It's important to us because we use a significant amount of water to cool our chemical process, as I said before. It gives off a lot of heat. About 70% of our total water usage is used for cooling. The balance is used for boiler feed water to generate steam that manages other elements of our process. On the lower right are 3 800 horsepower pumps that push water through the system on a continuous basis. 2 of those will operate full-time. The third serves as a backup in case we have any kind of mechanical breakdown. Now to talk specifically about why we're here tonight. As you can imagine, meeting our water needs requires a significant amount of both federal and state permitting, and we're here tonight primarily to talk about the state piece of that. This is a public hearing. The idea is to solicit feedback from folks who live in the community about what we're doing, both for and against, and give the folks at TDEC the opportunity to react to that. There are 4 key areas that we're looking at. One is the handling of our effluent. It's significant enough that it requires the Mossvine Wastewater Treatment Plant to apply for a modification to their existing permit to discharge water to the creek. That's why Kathy Walden and Mayor Tommy Gregor are here tonight to answer questions about those issues. The second issue is a permit that gives us the opportunity to discharge what's called our filter backwash and our cooling water to the Nolichucky River. And we're making that permit application in connection with our application to withdraw water from the Nolichucky. Those are the permits that Britain referred to as the NPDES permits. Our withdrawal permit to actually take water from the Nolichucky comes under a provision called ARAP, which he explained. And finally, we've got to build a pipeline to the river. We have a number of streams to cross, and that also requires an ARAP permit. What perhaps isn't evident from tonight's process is that, presuming we receive our permits from TDEC, we have significant additional federal and state review and approval to walk through that will take some time after this process is completed. These are all the agencies that will be that we're working with now and we'll work with over the next several months. To support our permit application process, we have spent a lot of time, a lot of effort to make sure that we're doing it the right way. And we've employed some very capable people in the state of Tennessee to help us with that process. I'm hoping that in the course of this evening you had the opportunity to interact with the folks who are around the poster boards behind me because they represent the various firms that we work with, and this is the essence of the various elements of work that we had to push through starting 13, 14 months ago. I wanted to mention an on-site partner represented here tonight by Henry Greene and Nelson Vargas from Yara North America. They're up here from Tampa. Yara is a company that we've worked with for a long time and know well. They're very interested in locating a calcium nitrate manufacturing facility on our site. Calcium nitrate is an industrial chemical that they sell widely throughout the United States, most of which is imported from Norway, and they'd like very much to have a domestic source, and we're an interesting target for us for that installation to use our nitric acid and also to consume a significant amount of limestone, very high purity limestone that's quarried here in East Tennessee. Yara will bring additional capital and jobs to the region, and they're also going to benefit from the water and power infrastructure that we have on our site. So it's a very nice fit. And that's it. Thank you for coming out. Always enjoy the opportunity to talk about Austin and about U.S. nitrogen. And with the blessing of the regulators in Nashville, we look forward to continuing to be responsible corporate citizens here in East Tennessee and sustaining that for generations to come. That's a key mission of ours.